So I've been using the Pixel 8 Pro and the Pixel 8 for about a week now, and I'm here to tell you guys which one I think you should get. To save you guys some time, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you guys the answer straight away. I think you should get the Pixel 8 Pro. So if that's all you wanted to know, there you go. I just saved you guys some time. But if you guys want to know why I came to that conclusion, keep on watching the video. And by the way, no, Google did not send these phones to me for free. I went out and I bought them with my own money. And by the way, if you're living here in the States, Best Buy has a ton of deals going on, so you can get up to $800 of trade-in if you want to pick up these phones. And if you buy the Pixel 8 Pro, you can get the Pixel Watch 2 absolutely for free. And if you buy the standard 8, well, then you'll get the Pixel Buds Pro absolutely for free. So if you guys are interested, I'll have some links down below in the description as well as in the pinned comment. Starting with the display, the Pixel 8 got an upgrade, so now it goes from 60Hz to 120Hz. But the Pixel 8 is not an LTPO display, meaning that the Pixel 8 Pro is going to be more efficient because that phone goes from 1 Hz all the way up to 120 Hz. So that means if you're using the Pixel 8 Pro and you're reading a comment or something, or you're looking at a photo and you're not touching the display, that means the information on the display is being refreshed once per second. Meanwhile, that same information on the Pixel 8 is being refreshed at 60 times per second. So this will obviously take a little bit more battery out of the Pixel 8 compared to the 8 Pro. The Pixel 8 Pro also has more display preferences, such as the ability to use the full resolution or high resolution, which means the Pixel 8 is a much sharper display. But that also kind of depends on if you could even tell a difference yourself. Personally, I cannot. But something that you will notice is the screen brightness difference. So the Pixel 8 goes up to 2000 nits, which is the same exact as the iPhone 15 Pro Max, just as a comparison. And the Pixel 8 Pro goes up to a whopping 2400 nits of brightness. So if you guys are looking for the more brighter display, especially for those HDR content moments, the Pixel 8 Pro is definitely going to be the phone to get. Watching movies on this phone is just incredible. But at the end of the day, both of these phones have really good displays, and honestly, you can't go wrong with either or. Some of the cool features that are going to be exclusive on the Pixel 8 Pro are things like Video Boost, which will render each frame of video that you take, and it'll boost the HDR. Google showcased this against the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and it does look quite incredible. Now, alongside that, the Pixel 8 Pro will also do night sight video, which will give your Pixel the ability to record at night with amazing colors and HDR, as well as basically being able to see in the dark. Now, for those two things to be functional, you have to actually upload your videos to Google's servers, so it's not actually happening on device. But still, the only phone that can do that out of the Pixel lineup is the Pro model. Also, those two features are not out yet. Google is saying that they'll be coming later on this year, so I will definitely be testing those out, and I'll be comparing it to the iPhone 15 Pro Max to see if Google's example, the side-by-side example, was really as dramatic as they made it out to be. Now, the performance and storage of these two phones are quite different, but not by a lot. So if we're looking at storage, the Pixel 8 goes from 128 to 256. Unfortunately, there is no 512 or 1 terabyte option on the 8. Meanwhile, with the 8 Pro, you get 128, 256, 512, and 1 terabyte. Now, RAM is also slightly different. No matter which storage option you go for with the Pixel 8 Pro, you're getting 12 gigabytes of RAM, whereas you're only getting 8 gigabytes of RAM, again, regardless of which storage option you're going for. So the Pixel 8 Pro is definitely going to be able to keep more apps open in the background longer than the Pixel 8 can. And this is something that I do notice day to day, so if that's kind of important to you, again, the Pixel 8 Pro is the one to go for. Aside from that, actually using the phone day to day, I haven't really noticed that big of a difference because they're both using Google's very own Tensor G3 chip, the newest one, which by the way did fix all the overheating issues that I've had with the Pixel 7 series. It fixed a lot of the cellular connectivity issues with the Pixel 7 series, the bad battery life with the Pixel 7 series. So basically everything that was wrong with the Pixel 7 series has been completely fixed with the Pixel 8, and I'm just about as shocked as you are. In regards to battery life, I'm getting around 7 to 7.5 hours on my Pixel 8 Pro and around 6.5 to 6 hours 45 minutes on the Pixel 8. Again, this does depend on how you use your phone. I don't play a lot of games on my phone. Actually, I don't play any games on my phone. So if you guys do, well, naturally your battery life is going to go down. And battery life for me is just changing every single day. Sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's really bad. It just all depends on the applications you have open and how long you're using them. Now obviously the cameras are also going to be a bit different on the two phones, as well as some software benefits to the Pixel 8 Pro. As far as the main camera goes, it is identical on both of the phones. You will not notice a difference because, well, it would literally be impossible. They are identical. The bigger difference would be with the ultra-wide camera. The Pixel 8 Pro has a 48 megapixel ultra-wide camera, and the Pixel 8 has a 12 megapixel ultra-wide camera. So naturally, you're going to get sharper ultra-wide photos on the 8 Pro. And I must admit, the camera quality on the Pixel 8 Pro, just with all the lenses, right, is incredible. It's honestly really good what Google did this year with the camera system. I'm thoroughly impressed. Now the Pixel 8 is not bad, don't get me wrong, but the ultra-wide is just a little bit softer because it's that 12 megapixels instead of 48, and obviously you don't get that telephoto camera. Speaking of the telephoto, yeah, the Pixel 8 Pro has a 5x telephoto camera that's capable of amazing photos, and you even get super res zoom up to 30 times. Since the Pixel 8 does not have a telephoto lens, it'll do digital zoom, which isn't as great, and it only tops out at 8 times. So the maximum zoom on the Pixel 8 is 8 times, and the maximum zoom on the Pixel 8 Pro is 30 times. That's a big difference. Telephoto cameras aren't everyone's cup of tea. I know a lot of you guys don't really care about those extra zoom shots, but if you do, well, of course, get the 8 Pro. As far as the selfie cameras, well, they are also identical, and you're going to love the performance. The HDR is incredible, and like I said, I'm really happy with what Google did this year with the algorithm and the cameras. I mean, it is just wow. Now, this next one may or may not be important to you because a lot of people use cases on their phones, but the Pixel 8 Pro has that matte glass back, which obviously hides fingerprints a whole lot better than the glossy back on the Pixel 8. So I prefer this one because it's just the more modern look, it's the more cleaner look. But like I said, a lot of people use cases, so this may not be important to you. Now, a lot of you guys wanted me to cover the 5G performance, the Wi-Fi performance, because like I said, that was an absolute nightmare with the Pixel 7 lineup. A lot of people were complaining about it on Google, on Reddit. From my experience, again, this just all depends where you live, what carrier you have, how fast is your Wi-Fi at home, how stable is your Wi-Fi at home. There's so many different variables that go into this, but from me, like just from my use case personally, I noticed a huge difference with the Pixel 8 compared to the Pixel 7 from last year. The Pixel 8 series is miles better with cellular connectivity and Wi-Fi speeds. While the 8 Pro is more expensive, it does bring a lot of benefits over the standard 8. Now, like I said, a lot of these benefits really only cover the camera, such as video boost, night sight, as well as finally having Pro mode, and obviously access to that 5x telephoto lens, which brings with it that 30x super res zoom. Other hardware differences, like I mentioned earlier, is the 8GB of RAM compared to 12GB of RAM, and of course the larger battery on the Pixel 8 Pro. So I think everything extra that you're getting with the Pixel 8 Pro is really nice, and it kind of warrants that extra price gap. So, and especially if you take advantage of those offers, the links down below, you can save a lot of money. You can get up to $800 off. And you also get the Pixel Watch 2 for free, or not the Galaxy Buds, the Pixel Buds Pro for free if you get the 8. So you are getting some goodies. You are helping, kind of get some of that money back to you. In my opinion, like I said, I really do think the Pixel 8 Pro is the one to get because you are just getting so many of those extra benefits. Now, if those benefits don't matter to you, by all means, get the Pixel 8. This phone is a little beast. I really enjoy using it, especially because it's just so comfortable to use one-handed. It's such a perfect one-handed phone. I love it. But of course, if you want the best of the best, this bad boy is definitely the one to get. And of course, by the way, you are getting 7 years, or at least Google promises 7 years of OS updates on these phones, so that's also a pretty nice perk. Now, if there's anything amiss, please feel free to drop your comments down below. I'll try to answer as many of you as I can. And if you like this video, if I helped you out with your purchasing decision, I would really appreciate you guys leaving me a thumbs up. It's absolutely free to you, but it helps me and the channel out a lot, and I always truly appreciate it. And if you want to see more Pixel content, definitely subscribe. And as always, this was Mark from Mark's Tech. Adios.